Hi guys, welcome to another think tank. This time I want to speak to you about the gift that we can give our kids that is going to help them no end as they grow and as they turn into healthy, well-grounded and well-adjusted young adults. And this is the gift of self-efficacy. So this is something that I teach when I do Raising Resilience for parents. This is one of the key points that we make, is that in life we tend to raise our children on this self-esteem model. So our children, as we do, we praise them like, well done, you are such a clever little boy, you are the best at maths. We put them as like being incredible at different skills, and we make them the center of the universe. And rightly so, they're our little babies and we adore them, and that's what we kind of want. We want them to feel good. But making our children feel incredible in the moment can have a really negative impact long term. Now, bear with me, there's a reason that I say this, is that when we do nothing but promote self-esteem in a child, we set them up to not want to fail, because what tends to happen is that we say, oh, Johnny, you are incredible at maths. Brilliant. Well done, you're the best. Do you know how fantastic you are? What they do is they think, well, I'm naturally gifted at maths. And so when it gets hard, they give up because they think, well, I'm naturally gifted at this. This is my jam. I should just be able to do it. It's innate. And so they stop doing it, and then they lose confidence in their abilities and in their skills. And it begins like a bit of a self-fulfilling prophecy of them, not wanting to push themselves further because they don't want to fail, because they feel like they should be naturally gifted at X, Y, or Z. And I know I'm a product of this. I can see it in myself sometimes. So what we know is, because we have raised it, this has gone through our schools, this has gone through like how we've been raised and how we raise, that there is like a link between how we promote self-esteem as number one, and like mental wellness. So you're thinking, but I want to praise my children and I want to tell them they are fantastic at X, Y, and Z. And yes, you should do that. But more importantly, you just need to think about the way in which you approach your children when we're looking at praise, and what is more important. So what I put to you is the skill of developing self-efficacy. Okay, so where we have self-esteem, it's like, you are great, you are brilliant, you have done that. We feel really good, and we love all of this external validation of our skill sets and who we are as a person. When we teach self-efficacy, we know deep in our core that we have the skills and the necessary communication abilities to do well at life, regardless of the situation that we find ourselves in. So we feel designed for life and ready for life. And this is learned in one of four ways, okay? So the first way is that we have been taught the skills to succeed, to deal with negative situations and to deal with positive and to improve. So we understand the skills. The second skill, where it can come from, is that we have role models who are like us that we can emulate. Because you see nowadays all of these pop stars, these footballers, these actors, these people leading these incredible lives, and whilst we might envy them and want to copy them, or our children might, they don't think that they can. It's not relatable, so that's for somebody else, that's somebody else's life. So what you want to do is find a role model that you can give to your child who has succeeded, who has like overcome adversity, who has had to use flexible thinking, who has failed and then renewed, and have those as a role model for yourself, for your children, so that they can say, that person is like me and they have done well, and then they think, I can too. The third way in which a child can develop self-efficacy, and we can help them to do that, is by being a sounding board for them, so that they can come to you with a problem and the answer, and they can talk to you and you will listen as they give you the steps that they would take to fix that issue, and then you would feed that back, that was, you know, you'd reinforce that they've made right choices or their thought process was, you know, on the right track, and they then feel bolstered that somebody who is very level-headed and very helpful, you know, reaffirms to them that they have the necessary skills to deal with life. And then the fourth skill that you would need, one of them, is the ability to control your impulse. So, you know, we all act on impulse, and many of us really struggle, you know, with impulse control. But when we can control the way we respond to the world around us, which is something that we can learn to do, we can then think strategically and think logically and make useful and well-informed choices. So I know for me, and as a parent and somebody who teaches this stuff, I would much rather work on self-efficacy, making a child feel life ready. So how do we do that? So the biggest thing, the one takeaway from this is that when we want to praise our children, as we should, praise the effort that has been put in. So they're really good at maths. You can say, oh, you are great at maths. And it's because I see you putting in all of that effort to fix that problem. I saw you get it wrong. And I saw you go back, reassess, move forward, break it down for them, teach them the skills that they need, you know, so they have that awareness. Oh, I can problem solve. It's not maths, it's actually I'm really, really good at trying when I fail and using, you know, rational thinking. So by actually praising efforts and showcasing the skills they use to get good at something, you reinforce and reaffirm that they are innately good at X, Y, and Z. Instead of saying you're good at maths, which is just makes you feel good, it doesn't teach you how you are good at that. I hope that makes sense, guys. It's a difficult one to do, but it's really useful, and really promote failure in your home. Because if people aren't failing, that means they're not trying. And if people are not trying, they're not progressing. So in our house, we are all about failing well. You know, we celebrate the failure because it means that we can pick the information out with what went wrong, and we can use that to try again and do things better. So just bringing these little pointers into your day-to-day as you raise your children will really help them develop a robust mindset, so as they grow older they feel more capable to deal with life's knocks. So that's this week's think tank. What do you guys think? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Tell me what your thoughts are. Take care, guys. Bye.